And it is early in the morning, 8:20. I got to run and grab my sandwich from Panera drive-thru, and I'm headed into the office, but I just want to jump on really quickly. And this live this morning is for my couples. Okay, I've not been making a lot of content for couples lately, but this live is for my couples. This live is for people who would like to be a couple. Okay, so even if you're not married yet or not in a relationship yet, but you want to be, you desire to be, okay, this live is for you. But this live is also for my couples, or my people who are in relationships. You are already married. And I commented on Marriage 365's post about couples therapy and some of the reasons why couples therapy does not work. And I've chimed in, and then they responded to my comment. As a couples therapist, here is one of the number one reasons why couples therapy oftentimes does not work. And it is because the couple did not prioritize therapy. You did not prioritize getting the professional help that we all need, okay? We all, in a couple, in a marriage, need professional help. We will. I think that should be written in the vows. And in some churches, I do see where the pastor, just like when he dedicates a child and he asks the congregation, are you going to be here to support the parents? Are you going to be here to support this child and raise this child up in the faith? He needs to also do that with married couples. He needs to say, hey, is anyone here going to commit to supporting this couple in their marriage, to being there for them and supporting the marriage? Now, not being all in their business, okay? No, not being all in their business. So you're not going to overstep. You're not going to, step over boundaries. You're not going to be all in their business, but you will be there to support the couple. All right. No_ZZQ says sex decrease is the biggest problem for men. You left that part off. For men. Okay. For men. And that's not to shame men. That's not to say you're wrong. You're not. You're not, because that's important for men. Okay? And so that definitely needs to be addressed. I'm not saying that to shame you. I'm just saying sex decrease for men is one of the biggest problems. There might be a bigger problem for women. That's not that. But all of the problems need to be addressed. All of the problems. Both people in the relationship matter. And whatever their issue is, needs to be addressed. Everybody in the relationship should get their wants and needs met. Okay? But that is the biggest reason why. Most couples that come to me, it's too late. It's too late. Can I be frank? It is too late. I see it on their face. I feel it in their energy. And we do a little dance. It's almost like, okay, I'm going to check this box that says we went to marital counseling or we went to marriage therapy, and then I'm going to ask for a divorce. It's too late. And to me, if I'm being really honest, I kind of feel a way about that. I kind of really, honestly, truly feel a way about that, because it's like, you're not bought into this. You don't see this as something real that can actually work and improve your situation. And it's kind of, you're just wasting all of our time, right? Even me, like I be feeling a way like, why are you here? Like, why are you wasting my time? I got people that want premarital counseling or pre-engagement counseling, or they're in their first year of marriage, and I can actually do some real work. I can actually help them. But you got these people that come in that's been married, 7, 8, 10, 12, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, like what? And this is the first time that you're coming into couples therapy, and I'm supposed to wave my little magic wand and everything is supposed to go back to the day y'all met. It doesn't work that way. By then, both of you are steeped in resentment and steeped in contempt, and there is criticism, and there is defensiveness, and there is stonewalling. And I'm supposed to wave my little magic wand And all that's supposed to go back to the first day y'all met. It don't work that way. It don't work that way. If both sides aren't growing financially, academically, it's a waste. If it ain't balanced, it can't be equal. I mean, there's more ways to grow than that. So we're talking about emotionally, spiritually. I mean, there's way more ways than that. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, you're right about that. You need to be growing, but in at least 10 ways. So you got a lot of ways you should be growing.
How can I help?
Hi, I'm picking up a order for Stoudmire, Anita.
You can pull around.
Thanks.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, but yeah, you onto something. Women get more bossy over a period of time. No, women are bossy. Women are bossy because they don't feel safe. And I'm giving up that explanation, and I really want men to be open enough to hear that. Women get bossy when they don't feel safe. When there's no masculine frame and no masculine containment, and there's no clarity and no direction, that's when women get bossy. I can't fully explain over a text, okay? But I'm going to be real with y'all. Most couples who come into couples therapy, it's just a box that they check so they can get a divorce. And it's like they've already made up their mind. There's no going back. And look, they be shocked when I call it out. Like when I actually call it out, because I can feel it. I can see it. Like, you're not really bought into this process. You're not really looking to continue this marriage. You're not really, feeling this person anymore. You're not really, you're checked out. I can see it. And then when I call it out, they're like, what? You see me? Yeah. I've been doing this for a living for some time. Yeah, I see you. Okay. What is the most significant aspect of a woman? When you say significant aspect, women need to feel safe and secure. That's a woman's number one need. I don't know if that's what you mean, but a woman's number one need is safety and security. And you can provide that not just physically, but emotionally, financially, spiritually, mentally, right? Safety and security. That's what women's number one need is. And what's crazy is modern day women don't even recognize it. They don't even realize that that's a part of their evolutionary programming, that they need to feel safe and secure. They need direction. They need healthy masculine leadership. They need containment. They need to be positively owned. But, because of feminism, they're going to push back on all of that. And then they're going to do everything for themselves, and they're going to start to look haggardly, and, their beauty is going to fade, and they're going to become very sharp, and their edges are going to become very hard, and they're wondering why, they're not able to find a male partner. But don't know masculine man want that. He not interested in no hard, rigid, as you say, bossy. He not interested in that. Masculine men do not thrive under emasculation.
Tell me your name again, ma'am.
Anita Stoudmire. Thanks so much. All right. Thank you. Okay. So thank you. He said, been married 13 years on August 27th, and most of my friends and frat brothers are married. Something I constantly hear is how none of them feel like their wife accepts accountability. Here's a little tip for you. I'm going to give you this tip. And some of this is y'all did not properly vet. I'm just going to call it what it is. And 75% of people that are married or in relationships are incompatible and did not vet that person, did not choose the actual best partner for them. But that's neither here nor there. But here's a little tip that I'm going to give you to see if you can get her to be more accountable. So number one, you're going to lead. You're going to lead with accountability and personal responsibility. You're going to show her how it's done, because that's what leadership is. It is modeling the behaviors, modeling the things that you want to see other people do. You're going to go first, and that's going to take swallowing your pride, swallowing your ego, but you're going to go first. Number two, you're going to talk about the impact that her behavior has on you. How does it affect you? Okay, you'll go farther with the person if you can explain to them the impact or the effect that those behaviors have on you. All right, as opposed to the blaming and shaming and you never apologize and there's no personal responsibility, there's no accountability. Hey, that really stung. That really kind of shifted my thought about you and our relationship. Like, that really hurt. You know, that really disappointed me. That really made me angry. That really frustrates me, right? Try to explain the impact of her behavior and the impact it has on you, the effect it has on you. You might get a little farther. You might not, okay? Because again, these are qualities you have to vet in a person before saying I do. And a lot of people are not. Y'all are just getting with people because it feels good. You're getting with people because the sex is good. You're getting with people for other practical reasons, not realizing that, I married a person who doesn't know how to apologize. I married a person who doesn't know how to take accountability and responsibility. And so there's long-term ramifications of your choice. And we don't want to hear that. Most of us do not want to hear that. What? There are long-term consequences for me making a bad choice? This going to keep coming up over and over and over? Yeah. Yeah, that's how life works. So you have got to choose well. That's why I wrote that book. You have to choose well, because if you don't, and I tell men this all the time, like, who you choose to be your wife, that gonna make all the difference in the world. All the difference in the world. He said most women are single. The numbers are climbing. But here's the thing I want you to understand. No_ZZQ is single is not an indication of worth or value. So you saying that, I'm not sure what your point is. Okay, I'm single. And like, okay, my worth and value is not going to change because I'm married. Nothing about Anita and who I am and my character and integrity changes because I'm married. Like, I'm still a dope chick, last I checked. So let's not do that, okay? Let's not do that here. That I don't allow that here, that we're weaponizing being single. Like, I don't allow that over here, okay? He said that's how all y'all respond. Okay. But like I said, I don't allow the weaponization of being single, whether it's a man or a woman, because to me, it's childish. It's immature, right? It's an immature stance. So we're all over here to grow, okay? We're over here to grow. We're not here to stay stuck in childish ways. The Bible say when you are a child or a boy, you do what boys do, but then you grow up, okay, and you become a man. You do what men do. So we're not, people who come over here, they're not going to stay children very long. They're either not going to like what I'm talking about and they're going to go about their business, or they're going to grow up. So we just need to grow up. That's all. But many couples, they come in, it's too late. And even if they want to save the marriage, I have a lot of couples right now that I genuinely believe do want to try to save their marriage. But it's like so much damage has been done. So much, hurt and pain, and the contempt and, the resentment is so deep. It's so deep. And it's like both parties have dug their heels in. They have dug their heels into their position. And so it's like nothing I try to teach them, nothing I share, nothing I teach them is really making any impact. I mean, we're going to keep going because they keep showing up. And that tells me that they want the marriage. They want to try, to learn and grow and save their marriage. They have children. And y'all, a big part of me doing what I do, and I will say this forever, and I told this to a female client that's in the couple. I said, look, the reason why I promote this is because of the children. Someone has to think of the children. Like, no one is thinking of the children. No one is prioritizing or advocating for the children. So that's what Anita is going to do. I'm actually going to work with their parents to try to improve their marriage, to try to improve their relationship for them, because that is what's best for them. And I believe it's what's best for their parents. So that is probably the number one reason why I'm a couples therapist, is I actually believe it is the best container in which to raise children, right? And the whole idea is not to just keep the marriage together. The whole idea is to improve the marriage, to improve the functioning in the marriage, to improve the satisfaction and the fulfillment of the two people in the marriage. That is my goal. So there are couples who come to me and say, hey, just do what you need to do to save our marriage at all costs. And those people I turn away. I do, because I tell them I'm not in the business of keeping crappy marriages together. And that's the truth. So if you're not looking to get better, if you're not looking to grow, if you're not looking to evolve, if you're not looking to, stop some bad habits and start some good habits, my car is full of ants. I don't know what to do about that. I'm trying to figure out how to get the ants out of my car. But if you're not trying to do that, I'm probably not the therapist for you. Because there are a lot of people that are that way. Just put a Band-Aid on it. Just keep it together until the kids go off to college, or, just keep us together at all costs. No, I don't believe in that. I want you to feel good in your marriage. I want the other person to feel good in the marriage. I want you to love each other and care about each other, and I want you to make love to each other, and I want you to laugh together, and I want you to have fun, and I want you to travel, and I want you to do things and go places together. Like, what is the point of being in a relationship or a marriage that is miserable? It's actually worse for you. It's worse for your mental health. It's worse for your physical health. It's not good for you. So I'm going to, advocate for us doing some real work. And I do encourage that the couple start individual therapy, right? I used to do individual therapy with the couple and couples therapy. Now I'm starting to refer those people out. Like, hey, work on your stuff, you work on your stuff, and then you come in and you do couples therapy. But truth be told, and a lot of people don't want to hear this, there is individual work to do on both sides. Those people have wounds, they have childhood stuff that is not, it doesn't have anything to do with the marriage. It's stuff that they brought into the marriage. And see, if you have not unpacked that trunk, you've unpacked it in your marriage. So you've got marital stuff, but you've got individual stuff. And some people do need to unpack that trunk. They need to talk about daddy and mama and things that happened to them when they were a child, things that happened to them when they were a young adult. That stuff doesn't have anything to do with your spouse. That's your stuff, and you have to, deal with that. Okay? So I do recommend, that. And then, of course, we have to do work around attachment. And we can do attachment work individually in preparation for marriage. You can do attachment work within your relationship or your marriage. But the goal is for the couple to become securely functioning. And most couples are not. Most couples, they have this dance or this dynamic where they're triggering each other. So neither one of them is securely functioning, and they're just triggering each other. So the avoidant person is triggering the anxious person, and the anxious person is triggering the avoidant person. And they're just doing this dance back and forth, making it worse and worse and worse. And then want to come into my office, hey, fix it. And then when I tell both of them, hey, there's things on both sides of the fence that need to be fixed. What? It's him, it's her, it's him. No, it's both of y'all. Both of y'all have attachment wounds, and you need to, either go to individual therapy. We can talk about it some here. But, yeah, you both got work to do. As long as there is more than one person in a quote-unquote relationship, both people play a part. Both people play a part. And to play this dance of whose part is bigger, that's a pointless hill to die on. That's ridiculous. Just focus on yourself. Any relationship I've ever been in, I always sit down, I focus on myself. What's my part in this? What can I do better? What can I do differently? How can I grow? How can I show up differently or more healthy or more secure? That's it. And then if that other person does their work or not, time will tell if the relationship can continue. That's it. Okay, you may need to have the doors resealed. The rubber around them is allowing water and bugs in. Thank you. That's great advice. I appreciate that. Because, yeah, there's ants. There's ants, y'all. I don't know what's going on. And right now, I'm getting ready to have someone come out and treat, we got to treat all the outside of the house, the grass and all around the base of the house. Like we're treating the outside of the house for ants and other bugs. We got these other water bugs. But yeah, I don't know how they getting in the car. But just know I live in a very wooded area. Lots of trees, lots of nature. So maybe that's what it is. Okay. It's an ant invasion. So we can prepare for relationships. We can prepare for marriage. One of the ways we do that is we have to become incredibly self-aware. And here's the thing. So people who are insecurely attached, people who are wounded and traumatized, the last place they want to look is within themselves. They will point that finger out at everything and everybody. They love doing that. Because the last place they want to sit down in silence is look in that mirror. They're not trying to look at themselves. They're not trying to look at their past. They're not trying to look at their wounds. They're not, nope. And these people are quick to tell you, I ain't got no problems. Ain't nothing wrong with me. I'm not the problem. They quick to tell you that. Anybody that tell you that is the problem. Anybody that fix their mouth to say, I ain't got no issues, that's the problem. They the problem. They are the issue. The gall that you would fix your mouth to say that. Like that speaks volumes. You are the problem. I ain't got no problems. I'm not doing this and she doing this and he doing that and blah, blah, blah. You the problem. Okay? You don't want to hear it, but I'm here to tell you the truth. But that is the truth. And remember, I had made a video where I talked about, I think marriage needs to be harder to get into. I think you need to have 6 sessions of premarital counseling. I think you need to bring a certificate that says that you've had those 6 sessions with a licensed clinician. You need to bring that with you before you get your marriage license. I think it needs to be harder to get into. I think, this little, we're getting married by the pastor at the church and you come into his office and talk to him for an hour before, that ain't going to cut it. That's not going to cut it. You need to go to a LMFT, a LPC, a LCSW that primarily focuses on couples work. So that's what most of my certification is in. And that's why I decided to niche my practice down and become a couples therapist this year. So January 1 of this year, I solely focus on couples. And they could have a database. They could have a database of all of the couples therapists, all of the couples workshops and retreats and all of that. And you got to complete one of these. You got to do Gottman's 7 principles, or you got to do something before you get your marriage license. You got to do something. And if I'm being so honest, the state don't care about your marriage. The state don't care about your divorce. The state don't care. The country does not care. They don't care. You can get married and divorced a bazillion times. They don't care about you. They don't care about your children. And it's like you have to care enough to say, you know what? Let me make sure I go into this with eyes wide open. Let me make sure that this person is the ideal person for me. I was going to get a training last year. It's called SYMBIS, Save Your Marriage Before It Starts. And I want to say it's a Christian-based program, but it's a premarital program, and you have to take a training and, pay for that training and get certified in SYMBIS. And it teaches you to give the couple a assessment. So each person in the couple gets an assessment, and then it looks at the strengths of the couple, it looks at the weaknesses of the couple, and you work on those weak areas. So things like that, like I said, we have got to do better. We've got to do better. And if I could be so bold, I think the church need to do better. I think the church, instead of this little, okay, if you're going to get married here, talk to the pastor for an hour, I think they should promote it. I think if you're going to have a wedding by an officiant, a church officiant, they should promote it. Until you go somewhere and get this workshop or get this, training or get this premarital counseling or whatever, yeah, you can't get married here. I really do. I really do. I think that a lot of people, they claim they care and they claim they want this and that, but their actions don't say that. So I care about marriage. I care about families. I care about children. That's the number one reason why I do this, is because there has to be some sort of preventative system in place. Like, we have all the messed up people we have in the world today because of broken homes, because of, bad parenting. I'm just going to say it. And, now I'm beginning to think more and more about maybe creating another niche, a parenting niche, a parenting coaching, another type of niche, and teaching parents, how to parent better. But also, I'm going to stay on the vein of couples therapy, which is teaching couples, having mom and dad come in. That would be a dream. So my dream business would be focusing on couples and focusing on parenting skills for mom and dad. So mom and dad would come in, they'd work on their marriage, but they'd also work on being better parents, and they'd figure out and design what those roles would look like. That would be my dream business. Because I'm going to be honest with you, it's becoming more of a preventative thing now. Like, we have got to prevent more messed up people from coming into the world. Like, it's getting really, really bad. People clearly are continuing to have children, clearly are continuing to come together in relationship or marriage. And it's like they just blow it up. They just blow it up. And I told y'all, this baby mama, baby daddy culture. And y'all know what I'm talking about. People who just come together for the sole reason of just getting pregnant and having a child. They have no intention of loving each other, caring for each other, staying together, raising the child together. It's a sickness. It's a virus. It's a virus, and it's selfish. It is so selfish. That's the part that just eats me up. And whether it's a celebrity doing it, whether it's a regular person doing it, it's selfish. You coming together, you having a human being, and then y'all going about y'all business. Y'all going about y'all business. Y'all fighting every now and again. Maybe the woman gets some money. Maybe it's like, this is how. Really think about this. Really think about this. Think about all the children that are a product of this lifestyle. What do you think is going to happen in 15 years? 20 years? Really think about that. It's not good. It's not good. And remember what I said, when children are not made out of love, when they're not made out of two people coming together who love each other, who make love to each other, that is a dark energy that is now a seed within that child. That child was not conceived in love. That child was conceived in lust. That child was conceived in anything but love. So yeah, that's a problem. That's very problematic. I see it. I see it in people, on people. And I just turn away because I don't know what to do with it. I don't know what to do with it. I don't. But y'all, you gonna see. Y'all, those of y'all in your 20s and 30s, give it 20 more years. And by then I'll be an old lady and I'll be like shaking my head like this. And y'all be like, Anita, these people are crazy. These people, yeah. Because that's what happened when you make human beings, out of lust and out of, money hungry and all these other stupid reasons that these people are laying down and making kids. And it's a sickness. I can't participate in it. So, all right, I got to get in here because I had a client at 9:00. So if you are in a marriage, here's what I'm going to end this on this note. If you are in a marriage, if you're in a relationship and you've been in that relationship more than a year, and let's say your relationship for the most part is okay, but it could be better, I want you to try to get some sort of professional help, whether that's coaching, whether that's counseling. If you're in a marriage and you've been in that marriage more than 5 years, if you have children in that marriage, I need you to prioritize marital counseling. Please do it for your children. Prioritize the health of your marriage. Prioritize the health of your relationship. Okay? Do not wait. Do not put it off. Do not prioritize other things over it. That's don't make no sense. Okay? That to me don't make no sense. I got couples out here planning, vacations to Bora Bora, planning the cruise of a lifetime, planning to build their dream home, and they hate each other. That makes no sense whatsoever. I got a couple right now. Oh, and we're planning the business. We're planning this business and we're building this building for the business and they hate each other. What? You give more precedence to all these things than the relationship that you live and breathe in every single day. That's crazy. I just be like, okay, they're shaking my head. The priority is the marriage. That's the container in which both of you exist, and it's the container in which your children exist. Please prioritize the marriage. Okay? So run, not walk. Find yourself someone good. Have a free consult. I offer a free consult all the time because I want people to know my style, who I am, what I'm about, ask questions, all those things. Now, like I said, I'm not for everybody because I'm very direct, and the people who tend to be more avoidant, more shame-filled, they don't like that. Oh, how dare you call me out? How dare you see me? Okay, I'm not for you. You need a softer touch, okay? But it ain't me. But for those that want to get down to business, yeah, I'm the person for you. I'm going to get you there, and I'm going to get you there relatively quickly. Okay? But please find someone. There's no shame. There should be no stigma. Like, to me, I would rather people talk about me going to marriage counseling than me talk about getting a divorce. Because that's where you headed. And y'all act like, oh, I guess there ain't no stigma around divorce. But I'd rather people say, they going to marriage counseling. Okay. And we stay together and be happy. Okay, I can live with that. But blowing up my whole marriage and my kids being affected and me and him being affected? No. I did everything in my power to save my marriage. Everything. Okay, went on the Oprah Winfrey Show, got counseled by Dr. Phil. Okay, went to 2 other marriage counselors, went to our pastor and his wife for counseling. I did everything in my power to save my marriage. So that's why I have no regrets. That's why I talk so freely, because people are like, well, darn, Anita, you act like, I was like, I did everything I could. And I'm asking you to do the same. I did everything I could other than jump into his body and stop cheating on me. That was the only thing I couldn't do. Let me jump into your body and pretend to be you and stop all this foolishness. Now, I can't do that, but I can do what I can do. That's it. Okay? Coaching is 25% off this month. I do coaching for individuals. I do coaching for couples. So maybe that's a good solution. And I offer counseling. I'm walking into my private practice right now. That's for people who live in the state of Virginia. So if you live in the state of Virginia and you want a couples counselor, then I take insurance. Hey, I do all the things, okay? Reach out, send me a DM, send me an email, okay? But get help. Get help. Stop thinking that you know what's the right thing to do or you know what to do, because you don't. Most of y'all don't. I didn't. That's why I've reached out for help. Okay, thank you for watching. If you're looking at this on YouTube, please like the video, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel, share this video with anyone you think could benefit from it. And I thank you so much for listening. Have a great Saturday. And as always, stay open to love. If you are in a relationship right now, let me turn you on to the Ritual app. You are going to schedule your one-on-one session live with your clinician every week. I happen to be one of them. And in preparation for these sessions, you and your partner every single week, you're going to look at your video content that is curated for you and your partner. And you're going to learn the relationship skills that you need to really keep your relationship running smoothly and to keep both of you strong and emotionally healthy. And you're going to meet with your clinician afterwards. You're going to take the assessment. You're going to do your journal prompts and take the assessment so your clinician can find out how you're doing and how things are going in your relationship and the areas that you may need to get stronger in. But Ritual is an absolutely amazing app. It's going to help keep your relationship on track. It's going to give you that curated time with your partner every week to work on your relationship. And so I want you to check out the link at the bottom of this video and click on it, and you will get 20% off of the Ritual app. You also have the opportunity to message your clinician in between sessions. So you can also do that. But it is an absolutely amazing tool, a great modern day tool for couples to keep their relationship strong and healthy. So check out the Ritual app today, and don't forget to use my link to get 20% off of your first month of Ritual. And if you'd like to work with me, please let them know you're interested in working with Anita Stoudmire.